Eli J. Finkel, The All or Nothing Marriage, How the Best Marriages Work. Welcome to the summary of The All or Nothing Marriage, How the Best Marriages Work by Eli J. Finkel. In this book, Finkel delves into the evolution and changes in modern marriages, exploring the attitudes of men and women towards love, commitments, and self-growth. Discover the factors that contribute to successful marriages, the role of self-awareness and personal satisfaction, and how external influences impact the quality of these relationships. Throughout the summary, we will uncover the importance of finding balance, maintaining personal identities, and establishing open communication within a married couple.
The evolution of marriage. Marriage in modern times is no longer the standard procedure it used to be. The attitudes of both men and women towards relationships have transformed considerably over the last few decades. Nowadays, women do not sacrifice their personal growth and development for a relationship, and men seek partners who respect their nature. The best-selling memoir Eat, Pray, Love exemplifies the importance modern women place on personal freedom and growth. Similarly, popular books like The Game and The Truth depict how men desire the liberty to explore different relationships before committing to marriage. This shift in attitudes has significantly altered the modern American marriage dynamic, and it is now more important than ever that relationships do not hinder individual growth and development. Personal fulfillment in marriage. Marriage and personal fulfillment are not mutually exclusive. While hedonistic pleasures may not be compatible with a committed relationship, discovering deeper meaning and purpose in life can be aided by the built-in support system of a marriage partnership. Each person can encourage and help the other in achieving self-growth and fulfillment. Even though relationships require hard work, committed partners can experience rewards and a deeper meaning in life. Although the commitment may involve a certain level of self-delusion according to a study, it is noteworthy that people are still willing and eager to enter a committed relationship. Modern marriage expectations. Marriage used to be a practical partnership for survival, but today's expectations focus more on romantic love and fulfillment. As society evolved, people's basic needs shifted, and having a spouse as a best friend and sexual partner became a priority. Modern expectations from marriage include financial and emotional support, romance, and fulfillment of each partner's dreams. Failing to meet these expectations today leads to unhappier marriages than in the past, making modern marriages quite binary in nature. The importance of real compatibility. A lasting relationship is built on supporting each other's goals, making compromises, and having a universal appreciation for each other's traits. Compatibility is more than just same interests, as it requires effort and willingness to work towards each other's goals. Studies show that idealizing your partner, particularly in traits that are universally valued, can have positive effects on the relationship. The modern dating scene often emphasizes the importance of sharing similar interests and hobbies, but is that really what makes a relationship work? The truth is that real compatibility goes beyond interests and requires effort and sacrifice from both partners. Supporting each other's goals and being willing to make compromises are the foundations of a lasting relationship. For instance, if one partner is making strides in their career, the other may need to put their own career on hold temporarily. Over time, the roles may reverse, but it is crucial for both partners to be willing to make these sacrifices for each other's success. While having similar interests can make things easier, it is not a deal-breaker in a relationship. By making an effort to understand and appreciate each other's interests, harmony can be achieved. Partner idealization, particularly in universally valued traits, such as kindness and love, can have a positive effect on the relationship. Appreciation for these traits can help overlook bad habits and prevent arguments. Real compatibility requires work and effort, but it is the foundation of a successful relationship. By focusing on supporting each other's goals, making sacrifices, and having a universal appreciation for each other's traits, a lasting connection can be established. Overcoming jealousy in relationships. If you're in a relationship with a jealous partner, psychologist Denise Marigold offers a love hack that can mend any relationship being tested by a partner with insecurity that stems from low self-esteem. People with low self-esteem tend to dismiss any compliment they may receive from their partner. Encourage them not to disregard it, but to let it sink in as a valuable statement that reflects your appreciation of their beauty and how happy you are to be in a relationship that allows you to share this moment together. Marigold's study shows that when partners with low self-esteem regularly engaged in this exercise, their self-esteem levels quickly rose to average levels or higher. Another love hack that may come in handy is about increasing gratitude. Psychologist Sarah Algo, who in a 2012 study asked participants to think about something they did recently that contributed to their relationship. Afterward, they were instructed to think about something meaningful their partner did. After this simple exercise, participants showed more gratitude for their relationship and were more committed to it. Making time for a healthy relationship. Do you value your relationship? Studies show that couples who make enough time for each other tend to be happier. Despite what we may perceive, we actually have more time than we think we do. For instance, people who claim to work more than 40 to 50 hours overestimate their busyness, as do those who watch up to 5 hours of TV daily. It's essential to pay attention to your partner and understand their life experiences if you want a healthy relationship. Sociological studies show that the more time couples engage with each other, the happier and less prone to divorce they are. Active engagement is especially crucial after having children or experiencing significant stress in your relationship. Take a step back and evaluate how much time you spend with your partner to give your relationship room to thrive. Maintaining personal identity in romantic relationships. When couples merge their identities, they risk losing a sense of self when the relationship ends. Psychologist Arthur Aaron found that couples have a difficult time defining their own personality traits. To avoid this issue, people should prioritize personal goals, friendships, and maintain a sense of individuality despite being in a relationship. Some couples even choose to keep separate residences, a decision that can strengthen the relationship, especially for individuals with independent or avoidant personalities. The pros and cons of non-monogamy. Non-monogamy can be a risky move, but it can also lead to a content and passionate relationship. The decision should be thoroughly thought out, well-planned and well-managed. A massive study showed that non-monogamous participants had more trust for their partners and experienced less jealousy. However, it's important to note that every marriage needs attention, communication, mutual respect, and active engagement from both partners. Have you ever thought about changing from a monogamous relationship to an open, non-monogamous one? It's a decision that shouldn't be made without careful consideration. Even if you are feeling positive at first, agreeing to an open relationship can be a risky move that can lead to pain and stress. A typical couple, Lana and David, had been married for 10 years when Lana began to crave some excitement and asked David if he'd be open to her having extramarital sex. David begrudgingly agreed, but ultimately it led to him becoming anxious and depressed, resulting in a divorce. However, this doesn't mean that an open relationship can't work. Non-monogamous partners are, on average, as happy in their primary relationship as monogamous partners. A massive study conducted by psychologist Terry Conley questioned over 2,000 participants about their relationship habits. When all was said and done, Conley had 1,507 monogamous participants and 617 non-monogamous ones, and in both of these groups, the people were statistically tied in terms of how loyal and passionate they felt about their relationships. In fact, the non-monogamous participants appeared to have more trust for their partners and experienced less jealousy. In conclusion, non-monogamy can be a risky move, but it can also lead to a content and passionate relationship. The decision should be thoroughly thought out, well-planned and well-managed. However, it's important to note that every marriage needs attention, communication, mutual respect, and active engagement from both partners.
In conclusion, The All or Nothing Marriage takes a deep look at the shifting landscape of modern marriage, highlighting the importance of personal development, self-awareness, and open communication. It challenges the traditional view of marriage, embracing the individuality and aspirations of both partners to create a healthy and supportive union. By acknowledging these changes, readers can better understand their own relationships and work towards maintaining a strong, happy partnership. Finkel's approach paves the way for future generations to build marriages that nurture the evolving needs and desires of both partners, ultimately leading to stronger and more fulfilling relationships.